Hello, Internet! Welcome to some more Bazzle Stadium Live. I guess it sort of is. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's video. It was something different, isn't it? We're using these brand new Pokemon. Feels good, actually. Yeah, I'm having fun using these Pokemon. And hopefully you're having fun watching them, because obviously, we're on free battle. The rank hasn't been updated with the new Pokemon yet. So we're just basically, taking these, wild chances that we're going to match up with someone who has also got a VGC team and can give us a decent battle. Yeah, I think, at least half of yesterday's video was somewhat competitive, wasn't it? So we'll see what this guy's got. Ooh, well, here we go. This is definitely a very competitive looking team. So let's do it then. Yes. As I adjust my body on my seat. Right, serious time. We've got a good opponent this time. Right. What do I even do here though? Okay, so they've got like two big supporters with Indeedee and Meowstic. They've got Urshifu, which is nice to see, Galarian Slowbro, which is nice to see, and then there's Incineroar and Dragapult. Now, I'm liking the look of Azumarill here, outside of the Slowbro, actually, which seems weird to see. Like in the past, Slowbro would be nothing to Azumarill, but now this Galarian Slowbro is Poison type, Poison and Psychic, and it's actually potentially going to be a threat, like a real threat here. Again, this was built before Psychic Terrain existed as well too, so I'm scared, actually, a little bit scared here. We'll go with these, though, and I think definitely Tyranitar, too. Definitely Tyranitar. But then, yeah, maybe Raichu isn't the right one here. I did want something else for Urshifu, but if I can't get rid of their Psychic Terrain, then Talonflame really doesn't do much to Urshifu as well. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, this team, again, was built in 2014. And I've just adapted it very slightly for this year. Yeah, I did put. Yeah, I expected that lead. I did put Excadrill over Aegislash. That was the original 2014 team, but maybe Aegislash would help against leads like this. But the problem is with Indeedee being so common, it's just going to redirect, all of its moves, and Flash Cannon would be like a 3-hit KO on Indeedee. Obviously, it's immune to Shadow Ball. So let's see what happens here then, because my plan, I suppose, is to sacrifice the Amoonguss to get a Belly Drum up, but Expanding Force. I'm not sure if Indeedee female gets Expanding Force, but male, like any gender of Slowbro, definitely does get Expanding Force. He could just be going for a Trick Room as well too. So this is very tricky. My Amoonguss is minimum speed, so I can't try and be faster than Slowbro and Spore it. And the Indeedee could also be Goggles. But yeah, we'll do this and we'll see what happens. I mean, if it goes terribly wrong, then whatever. But no Dynamax from him. Expanding Force, because we are on Psychic Terrain. Everything is on Psychic Terrain here. It is going to be a spread move, and that's what I'm fearing, because it's going to do a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure Slowbro doesn't have as high of a special attack as normal Slowbro. I think both of Galarian Slowbro's attacks are base 100. Ooh. Okay. Well, we've set up 2 redirects, 2 setups. Okay. So I feel like now he needs to redirect, because I can play rough. And I need to redirect because of +2 Expanding Force. That's going to ruin me, isn't it? Unless I Dynamax my Azumarill again. So yeah, if I Dynamax and go for Max Starfall, I won't be able to Spore anything, unfortunately. So could I make a swap into something? Because you'd think it's just going to go for like a psychic attack into the Amoonguss slot, wouldn't you? You would. But I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to go for a Rage Powder here. And a Dynamax. I'll try a Dynamax Max Geyser into Slowbro, but I'm pretty sure he's going to redirect it. And Max Geyser from Aqua Jet is still base power 90, so basically it's just like a play rough, pretty much. But I'm big. Oh, what am I doing? Why did I literally just talked you through my plan. My plan was to go for a Starfall so that if you went for an expanding force, it wasn't going to be spread and boosted. That was a stupid move. Let's see if he even goes for it though. No, he's not. He's Dynamaxing. So phew, I've avoided embarrassment there. Yeah, my last minute choice to go for Aqua Jet there was or Max Geyser rather was just in case he didn't go for a Follow Me, I guess. But Amoonguss, I'm sorry Amoonguss, is just going to get obliterated by something here. And then next turn, I can go for a Max Star Force, since now I know that he can't go for Expanding Force. Yeah, Amoonguss will survive this. He didn't go for the Follow Me, so I'm getting a +6 Max Geyser into Slowbro. That's a lot of damage. And yeah, since Slowbro isn't... Okay, wow, actually we're maybe in a slightly decent position. Now, yeah, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Because I went for the Rage Powder there. We won't know which Pokemon he was targeting. Is that left? Oh, it's Black Sludge. Okay. So I've got to go into either Tyranitar or Raichu to Electro Web or Rock Slide, since he will be redirecting. Electro Web is not super effective, so you'd think it would knock it out, wouldn't you? And it is more active, more accurate. Because yeah, my original plan was my original thought was I could swap Amoonguss into Tyranitar that turn. Could have potentially eaten 2 psychic attacks there and got a free move off as I did into the Slowbro. But I've lost my Amoonguss just through the knowledge and safety that I've got my Azumarill still here. Yeah, I'm not sure it really matters which one I put in, but I will go for Tyranitar, I guess, just because, the thing in my mind is, one, I can't really remember what he's got in the back, but two, if it is Urshifu, the one thing I can remember it's got in the back, then I want to keep Raichu safer for it, but also, the thing that was swaying me maybe towards Raichu was that, Electro Web is a bit more accurate, and I need to hit this Rock Slide now. Rock Slide will definitely knock out the Slowbro here, but and I'm going to go for a Max Starfall here, definitely into the Indeedee, to get rid of the Psychic Terrain once and for all. Oh no. Of course. Well, poo. Alright then. Well, I didn't see that one coming. Alright then. New plan. So if they do have Urshifu in the back now, then it is going to be more of a problem for us. We were in a fantastic position there. Especially one thing that I think I was just going to say was one of the interesting things between yeah, by Dynamaxing the Azumarill is that if you Starfall, you're getting rid of their Psychic Terrain, and then as soon as Dynamax finishes, you can start Aqua Jetting things again, which is what Azumarill wants to do, especially +6. But yeah, okay. And here's the Urshifu. Okay. Well, neither of us have got our Dynamax things anymore. I can't Fake Out because you're in Psychic Terrain. And I can't Protect with Tyranitar because its physical moves go through Protect, don't they? And indeed, he's just going to redirect a Thunderbolt. So I'm hoping for a flinch here, I guess. I'm going to go for a Rock Slide and Electro Web. I can't fake out because the Psychic Terrain's up. And this Electro Web will put Urshifu slower than Tyranitar, so at least I've got this turn to fish for a flinch. And then maybe next turn, yeah, maybe I need another flinch next turn as well. But ooh, what? That's a lot of damage to Urshifu with Electro Web. Rock Slide, like, Urshifu resists. Oh, well, okay, that's fine, I guess. Urshifu does resist this, but if I get a flinch here, then that would be good. Critical hit, fine, whatever. I need a flinch, Okay. Surging Strikes. Nice animation. Oh, it does it into the Raichu, and that's gonna finish us off, I think. Oh, obviously it's gonna finish off the Raichu. But both of those are at -1 speed now, and both of them are in Rock Slide range. But this player just needs to swap his Urshifu out and reset its speed, and he's won the game because it is a water attack. It is a water Pokemon. It is a fighting Pokemon. Both of its stabs are going to be super effective on Tyranitar, so we just need to swap the Urshifu out and win the game. So we'll see if he identifies this win condition, which he hasn't. We do get the knockout on. Is that a focus band? Focus band indeed. With Energy Ball, activating my weakness policy. Okay. Okay. What is his last Pokemon then? Maybe he didn't swap the Urshifu out because he knows that whatever he's got in the back is going to beat my Tyranitar still. I don't know. This has been a weird game though. And we'll get on to the ability of Slowbro in a moment. Don't you worry about that. It's Incineroar. Okay. Well. Okay. Like, he can fake out, but, like, it really doesn't matter if he does or not, does he? So, yeah, whatever. I'm going to go for a Rock Slide. Like, if I went for a Protect expecting a fake out, that would protect me from, 5% damage. Worst case scenario, seeing as he's got Focus Band, Indeedee and everything, he could have, Substitute or something on Incineroar, or Flame Charge, or, no, that wouldn't matter, would it, because I'm protecting. He could have something, I don't know, that might ruin things. So just for the sake of, like, 5-10% of damage, I'm just going to attack here. It's got fake out, whatever, it doesn't matter. Because either way, it's going to come down to me hitting a Rock Slide. Because let's say he's got low kick or he's got close combat. If he's got an attack that can hit me super effective like that, it will knock me out. Unless it's like Earthquake, maybe that could have been close. Roll wise, I just need to hit this Rock Slide basically. But this has been a very wild game. Okay, we hit the Rock Slide. We're at +1 since he intimidated us. It is single target, and oof, yes. Now that was a wild game. That is the glory of free battles. Okay, and all of that came from the Galarian Dynamax Slowbro's ability. Quick Draw is called, isn't it? Quick Draw, which I believe gives it a 20% chance to attack first in its priority bracket. It's basically a Quick Claw, essentially. The ability is Quick Claw, so there's a 1 in 5 chance that every turn of the game, Trick Room, whatever, Tailwind, whatever, it doesn't matter, the Slowbro will go first in its priority bracket. And as you saw there, even though they are going first in their priority bracket, it doesn't count as a priority move because we're wearing Psychic Terrain just there. So, if Quick Draw, I think it is called Quick Draw, isn't it? If that did make it count as priority, his move would have failed there. But yeah, wow. I mean, that was a wild game. I was the one thinking that I was going to be going through with priority moves maybe after my Dynamax has finished. After I'd set up the Misty thing, but he was the one using blooming Quick Draw on me, so whew, that was a game and a half. A Focus Band on Indeedee as well. If he didn't Energy Ball, if he didn't activate my weakness policy, I wouldn't have one-shot his Incineroar as well. And if he did have close, I mean long shot, if he did have close combat or whatever, then he probably would have won barring flinches. But anyway, I've talked way too much. I've got 20 seconds to think about what I'm going to do here, so panicking a little bit. So I'm going to go with Azumarill and Talonflame as a lead, with Amoonguss in the back. I'm leading Talonflame because I'm worried about the Rillaboom leading, and yeah, we've not got Raichu. So in 2014, Rotom wasn't the big problem because unless it was the Rotom Mo, because I could just bring Raichu in and Rotom wouldn't be able to do anything to Azumarill. Ironic, actually, Rotom. I mean, you never saw that, but Judy used it in the final of the World Championships. And here is a Rillaboom leading with Dragapult. Okay. So I've got something that threatens that, I've got something that threatens that, but he's got something that threatens that, and Talonflame is frail. His Dragapult basically threatens my Talonflame, especially if it's got Max Lightning or something. But just because my team is so weak to the Rillaboom, I think I'm going to Dynamax and Max Airstream into it, because if he goes for a Fake Out in my Talonflame, if he goes for a Fake Out into my Talonflame, I won't flinch, but then I will be moving slower than the Dragapult still, and that could be an issue for us actually. But what I'm going to do is I am going to put the Tyranitar in actually, and not the Amoonguss. It might be a little bit riskier, but I'm doing this just because I want to see if I can take advantage of the this Airstream boost that I'm going to give. So yeah, Gale Wings only works now if you are at 100% HP. I've got goggles on this Talonflame so that my own Sandstream doesn't nullify that. But if it goes for the Fake Out into my Talonflame, I won't flinch, like I was just saying, but I won't be at 100% anymore. Dragapult is faster. Okay, well, if it is Dynamaxing, it's actually not faster. And then would go first and maybe Thunderbolt or Max Lightning or whatever. But my Dynamax comes first, so I'm curious what's happening here. But if I can get the one shot on Rillaboom, that'd be fantastic. Okay, so there's my priority Airstream. Does one shot Rillaboom, brilliant. The rest of his team should be a bit more manageable now, hopefully. We'll see if he does. Like even if he has got Thunderbolt now or Scald, okay, that does still do over half. That does break my Gale Wings, but because of the Airstream boost now, Talonflame is going to be faster, and Tyranitar at +2 speed, I'm pretty sure is faster than Dragapult, isn't it? So we'll see what he brings out here, but I'm potentially in a decent position. So he's got Scald on Dragapult. So if he decides to do that into my Tyranitar at any point, he'll activate my weakness policy. So Araquanid. Alright. Araquanid is not the nicest thing for me to come against. But I think I'm just going to make the straightforward moves here. Airstream will still go fast because I'm at +1 speed now. It's not priority, but I am +1 speed. I'll do it into the Araquanid. If he doesn't Dynamax it, then it should be knocking it out. But he will be, yeah, okay. And Araquanid is a big threat, actually. Yeah, but either way, this Airstream, okay, that's fine. Either way, this Airstream is coming out, and +2 speed. So this is why I sort of stopped myself swapping the Amoonguss in turn 1 and putting the Tyranitar in, because now I am in a position where I can get to +2 speed. Yeah, that's fine. I think, as long as I hit Rock Slides in the future. Yeah, I think. I mean, we'll see. I mean, because he did Dynamax his Dragapult, I'm not going to be one-shotting it, unfortunately. But unless he Airstreams again, my Tyranitar should be faster. We'll see. He could be going for a Max Geyser into my Tyranitar, actually, thinking about it. But we didn't see Life Orb, and we are still in the sand. Or he's just making sure Talonflame is absolutely going down. But key there is that we did see that, yes, Tyranitar, I'm not mistaken in any way, Tyranitar is faster at +2 speed than Dragapult. Now, obviously we've got Crunch, which will one-shot the Dragapult from here. We'll take it out from where it is. Our weakness policy hasn't been activated, so Rock Slide won't one-shot Arachnid from here either. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm going to put a Moongus in, even though I think that my Azumarill will be faster than the Arachnid. Because you've seen the Dragapult's got Scald, it could also have Thunderbolt or Thunder. It could be a special Dragapult. But if it does, then I can't Spore anything here. Yeah, I'm thinking either I could protect Tyranitar and try and be cheeky and Spore one of these two Pokemon. But at the same time, I think it's just much safer to go for a Crunch into the Dragapult, we know I'm faster, and just Rage Powder, because Arachnid is not a Grass type, you know, it will be affected by the Rage Powder, but Liquidation with its Water Bubble ability in the rain, I think is going to two-hit KO my Moongus. I think it's going to do a lot of damage. I'm also opting to go for a Crunch here, just on the off chance that Arachnid went for Wide Guard, I guess, as well. I'm assuming Arachnid does still learn Wide Guard. But, okay, Leech Life, that's fine. Don't think it's... Oh, it's taken a little bit of damage, so it'll recover a little bit back. That's not too bad. Okay, so, yep, Arachnid heals, Amoonguss heals, so we know that the Arachnid is faster. Of course it's faster than Amoonguss. My Amoonguss is minimum speed. And then we'll see what the last Pokemon is then, because... okay, that could be better. Do we try and get cheeky here then? Because we know that there's not going to be a Max Lightning. But a combination of Iron Head and Liquidation, I think, will knock Amoonguss out. So either I go for a Rage Powder and just a Rock Slide, get some damage on both of them, or I protect and try and Spore. And I feel like this is a mistake, but I'm going to try and protect and Spore. Just because I haven't tried Sporing this game, might catch them off guard maybe, but Night Slash, a critical hit could be bad actually. But a Liquidation, the guy's going for Leech Life because Leech Life is neutral, Liquidation is resisted. But I believe, I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think since we're in the rain and the Water Bubble ability is so amazing, it really is, I think Liquidation would have knocked me out there. So perhaps mistakes from his side there. And now I'm obviously going to go for a Rage Powder. But a Rage Powder and a Rock Slide, or a Rage Powder and Dragon Dance. Do I need a +1 attack boost? I don't think so, no. I'm already boosted speed-wise from my Talonflame. So, yeah, I'm just going to go for a Rage Powder and Rock Slide here. Yeah. Bishop can't wake up this turn, which is good. And that's one of the reasons why Amoonguss... Like, I think any year that Amoonguss is legal, it is one of the best Pokemon. Unquestionably, it is one of the best Pokemon. Obviously, Redirection is good. Obviously, Spore is good as well, too. But just the fact that Amoonguss is normally going to be going after the opponent because it is so slow. It means that they are asleep. And not only that, but they've got a guaranteed turn of sleep the next turn as well, too. So, such a nasty Pokemon. Really is. His Leech Life has brought him back to the point where I think it'll survive a Rock Slide here. But I'm just going to go for another Rage Powder. I don't think I need to try and get fancy and do anything. The game isn't over yet, though. I could still lose this, especially because very smartly he protects his Arachnid this turn. If the Bisharp wakes up, this is his 1 in 3 chance of waking up and knocks out my Amoonguss. I'm pretty sure the Arachnid will survive an attack from a Rock Slide from Tyranitar here. Okay, he's still asleep. Rain stops now, at least, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, since it's not going for its water attacks. And neither of these are special attackers. And it just weakens my Aqua Jet now. But yeah, I go for a Rock Slide. Is there anything else that I can do here? You know, even if I protect Tyranitar and try and Spore the Araquanid, that'd just be a waste of a turn and a waste of a sleep turn. If I try and swap Tyranitar into Azumarill and protect Amoonguss, then next turn I could Belly Drum, actually. That's a potential plan. Or I'd just go for Rock Slides and Rage Powders. Because if the Araquanid survives, I could be in a bad situation. But yeah, okay. I'm going to just go for the basic moves here of Rock Slide and Rage Powder. But if I had like some time to properly analyze the best way of winning this game, I think it might have actually been what I was just mentioning. Especially since Rock Slide can miss Araquanid here as well too. It does knock it out, so you know, there's that. But still, 10% chance of it missing could have been bad. But yeah, it's always interesting, and you know, obviously the Bishop's asleep as well too. But yeah, the game could have worked out very different. Yeah, I'm just gonna crunch it because that'll probably put it into Aqua Jet range. If not, I've got two potential crunches with the redirection here as well too. But yeah, like it's always interesting to try and analyze yourself and think of alternate ways you could have won a game. And here, even though Amoonguss was very low, if I had swapped the Tyranitar into Azumarill, worst case scenario, I suppose he Iron-Headed and liquidated into that slot. It would have, yeah, maybe done about half. But even in that worst case scenario, I would have still had my Amoonguss still would have been able to have gone for a Rage Powder the next turn to take the Bishop's attack away. You know, let's say, I mean, I guess worst case scenario then is if the Araquanid has got Poison Jab, which I guess you never know, but I'm assuming not at this point. It would have taken an attack from the Araquanid as I was belly drumming up, and actually then maybe not, because then yeah, maybe I'm thinking utter worst case scenario here, where like Azumarill switches in on 2 attacks, which he wouldn't have done anyway because he would have been attacking the Amoonguss. But if that was worst case scenario, Azumarill would have been brought down very low, could have been in Sucker Punch range potentially. But anyway, that was just an alternate reality that I just completely talked through that I didn't need to. But yeah, it turns out just going for a rock slide, just clicking the basic moves is the way actually. So yeah, 2 very interesting battles in this video. Happy with how this has turned out after looking through and finding people that that aren't giving me games that are worth uploading, I guess. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this too. Please like, please share, please get the word out to my channel, and I will see you tomorrow for the next one. So goodbye for now.